Hi guys, it's back to us. Our turn to be introducing 24 Festi Drum to you guys. Isn't it exciting to be knowing more about it? Let's find out by studying with the history of 24 Festi Drums.
24 festive drum has changed the traditional art of drumming in Chinese culture. Initially, it is inspired by the solo drum used in the southern Guangdong Lion Dance, the traditional Chinese calligraphy, and the agriculture calendar 24 solar terms that will be discussed later on. The idea of 24 festive drum was actually coming from Mr. Tan Chai Puan back in April 1988. His idea of wanting to perform with 9 drummers on an event held by Persekutuan Tionghoa Johor Bahru was supported by Mr. Tan Hui Song, a composer who decided to compose their first song to be performed. Hence, only few know that the 24 festive drum was started with just only 9 drums and drummers. Soon, Mr. Tan Chai Puan caught interest in the 24 solar terms, hence decided to form a new band with 24 drums, each representing one solar term on 12th of June in 1988. After 21 years, Ministry of Tourism, Art and Culture has announced that 24 festive drum was included in the Malaysian National Intangible Cultural Heritage back in 2009. The two Mr. Tans have created a new form of percussion art and performance that has since been widely practiced and recognized in several countries worldwide, especially in nations with Chinese such as China, Singapore, Taiwan, and even performed in the Olympics.
Now you already know about the origins of 24 Festi Drum. But what is 24 solar terms of the drum? According to Chinese calendar, it constitutes 24 solar terms, which divided into 4 main seasons: summer, autumn, winter, and spring. For example, rainwater 雨水 is in the category of summer and it starts from 19 February, which brings the meaning of there is an increase of rainfall from then on. Besides, the 24 solar terms based on the sun positions in the zodiac were created by farmers in ancient China to guide the agriculture affairs and farming activities. Well, I guess you already know well about the 24 Festi Drums, so let me introduce about how we started 24 Festi Drums Club in UTM. UTM 24 Festi Drums Club was founded by our senior Wei Yong, who is a culture and art enthusiast, on 16 March 2008, and officially be one of the members of Unit Kebudayaan UTM on August 2008.
The vision and mission of forming 24 festive drum in UTM had never been changed. The most important thing is to inherit 24 festive drum culture, expanding this culture and exposing it to as many audience as possible. Secondly, as not much students are exposed to 24 festive drum during their primary and secondary school, it is our mission to provide an opportunity for university students who are interested in this tradition to understand it and give it a try. Last but not least, traditional music has been slowly left out. Combining it with modern music and coming up in a new fashion is important to attract the interest of the new generation. Next up, we will be talking about drums. The drumstick is made of wood and usually length around 30 cm. The drum stand is made of metal and it is placed below the drum to prevent the sound of drum weakened by the ground. The large image shown on the right is the structure of the drum. From the top to the bottom, the surface of the drum is made of buffalo skin and it is knit and held down by pins. There are 2 handles to carry the drum. The body is made of bamboo and fixed with steel plate. The springs inside it is to filter out vibrant sound in order to produce clear and loud sound. The bottom part is made of rotan. It is to fix the drum's shape tightly and make sure it doesn't break easily when hit. Normally, a drum's lifespan is around 5 to 8 years. Just like a car, it needs to be handled with care and maintenance from time to time. The maintenance work is done on annual basis. As the drums are often kept indoors to prevent bad weather condition, it actually grows mold in the inner part of it because of the damp environment. The first step will be bring it to outdoors and let the sun shine on it. For areas with mold, we will be using a soft brush to wipe away the spores. Then, we will put detergent on the affected surface and brush it again until it is gone. Next, we will need to wax the drum surface because, as mentioned previously, it is made of buffalo skin, so waxing it can prevent it from being inelastic and cracked. After letting the wax dry, we will be keeping back the drums in their usual place.
Wow, that's a great sharing from Steve. I guess you may be wondering how we use the drum and tools to perform on the stage. The performance of playing festive drums aims to show our cultural concept. As the years go by, the drummer were adding in new concepts and ideas into the performance of 24 festive drum, which reaches the narrative form of the performance content, although it is a traditional performance. But Tan Chai Pon said, a good drummer will never satisfy with their work as they always want to have artistical drum improvement on department of drum music, drum performance, and drum formations. After created 24 festive drum, Mr. Tang Hoi Song created a few basic movements of 24 festive drums, such as pick stars, seeding, harvesting, and so on, which are the earliest classic movements of drum dance. All of these were meant to depict movement of farmers and activities on a farm. Now let's see one of the examples of movements. From this video, you can see the movement is just like picking a star from the sky. But you may be wondering what does it mean? It means that there are many turning stars in summer and most of our ancestors come from the south. When they miss their distant family more strongly at night, they wanted to pick up the stars in the sky and send them to the distant family. So this action also represents the meaning of missing someone. The next classic movement is seeding. Seeding is the movement that imitates the actions of transplant rice seedlings and seeding. In this video, they will demonstrate 5 types of seeding movements. The harvesting movement depicts farmers harvest their crops and show how happy and excited feelings after cultivating hard. This movement is press drum, which demonstrated by our coach Eun Hao Ching from Drama Studio. It's one of the classic and basic movement of 24 festive drums too. In addition, UTN 24 festive drum also participated in skill performing to inherit culture, which will be shown later in the first part of the video, and we once successfully held the performance in Dewan Sultan Iskandar UTN in the second part of the video. Last but not least, the first Malaysia Inter-Varsity competitions of 24 Festi Drums was jointly organized by the 24 Festi Drums Associations of Malaysia, Ipoh Drum Academy, Utah Wushu Club, and Hwa Chong 24 Festi Drums Development Department. It aimed to promote the exclusivity of Chinese culture. These competitions consisted of a total number of 7 meaningful performances from 7 participating universities. And UTM 24 Festi Drum performed Enjoying the Moment 乐在其中 in the competitions too.
And that's the sharing of 24 Festive Drums with you guys.
Dear audience and fellow friends, this event of UTM 24 Festive Drum, collaborating with UTM Chinese Orchestra, has come to an end.
We hope everyone enjoyed themselves and able to appreciate the Chinese culture and tradition with our team, Musical Back to Tradition.
All in all, thanks for joining with us today.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.